two, one. Welcome back, beautiful people. I have Angel San here with
What's
me.
up,
This
brother?
boy has been overhyped way too many fucking times. You've been in every single episode, bro, and you still not in one. So,
I know.
welcome.
I'm honored. Thank you for having me.
Yo, I am so excited to have you here, bro. We're gonna break as many fucking topics as we
I'm with it.
can,
Let's get it.
and we're gonna get right fucking into it, bro.
All right.
You always tell me to not make excuses.
I know. I
And
know.
why is it that excuses are so easy for you to shake off?
It's not that they're easy to shake off, but like bringing in that mentality that you bring up an excuse. My dad's always told me since I was young, like if you start telling yourself that you can't do it, you're not gonna do it. So you gotta put yourself in that mindset, like no excuses. Like you know how we're like playing COD or whatever. Like you like, oh, I'm doing terrible, bro.
Yeah.
Or when you do good, like, oh, that was luck, but I'm not. I tell you, you move the joystick.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, I like that. I like that.
So I like stuff like that where like say you do something good, you have to own up to that. Same thing when you do something bad, own up to those mistakes too.
But like for somebody that maybe isn't so comfortable making a mistake or like just uses excuses all the time, what would you say? Like if it's a first time person that really has no idea how to shake off this like cloud.
Honestly, like I find people like that, like sometimes, especially like when I like people at work, like I find they cloud their judgment too much. I feel like they need time to themselves because a lot of times people who are going through that they never have like a moment to yourself. You know, you're at home, your parents always talking to you. You go to work, someone's always talking to you.
Yeah.
So like sometimes the moments I use is when I'm driving to work or when I get home. I'm in the car, I'm chilling. I just think to myself. I sit there for a minute and just think. You know, you gotta kind of self-reflect. It takes a long time to self-reflect, but you definitely have to find the time because when you have people around you all the time, it's hard to find a focus and a direction
To really figure out yourself. Damn, that's crazy. So when did you start to figure out that finding time to yourself really was what was helping you out and not making these excuses or kind of like learning yourself? Like
I think it was like when I was in high school. I was giving like way too much time to all my friends and to like I was like kind of like a yes man to everybody, and I found that like I never found what I wanted to do. So I found that like taking the time to find like a space for myself would help me realize what I really wanted, and then I could actually put my full effort into whatever it is that I wanted to do.
that's dope, man.
So
That's
I like
dope.
that.
So really, then you're saying that taking time to yourself is gonna help you out tremendously.
But definitely also you can't knock like your friends. People like can definitely show you what you're not seeing. Like getting a fresh perspective on things.
Yeah.
Like same thing with you. Like you help me like see new paths, see new ways of doing things, and then I appreciate that. And I hope I do the same for you.
Bro,
sometimes.
honestly, every single fucking video, I've said that you're the one person that talks to me, and I don't knock nobody else out, like for real. Like everybody else, like tells me like, and I pick up on what they're telling me, and sometimes I see shit on my own. But you, bro, you are the one person that
I'm
has
honored, bro.
always
But you
got,
my hard work.
you're the one person, bro, that has always gotten me to
Yeah.
just, because I feel like you talk to me the way I talk to other people, where you just like shut the fuck up and just do it. But
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like I kind of like talk to you in a way that I wish people would talk to me. Like
and
cut the bullshit, you know.
exactly. And I never talk to myself in that same way, but I always talk to other people in that matter. I'm always just like, yo, like it's life. Like you're either gonna fucking do it or
I
you're
think
not.
that's why I gravitate towards you a lot because like you talk to people in like a no BS kind of manner.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like that. I see a lot of people like they kind of gravitate around you because they like that energy that you can give off.
Yeah,
But I feel like if you gave that to yourself a lot, I feel like
Bro, honestly, and that's a work in progress. Like I'm so I don't want to say like easy, but I'm very easy on myself. Like I don't hold myself accountable for a lot of the things that I do, and so like I feel like that almost brings me into this state where it's like I could be better at what I'm doing, but because I'm going so easy on myself instead of just fucking punching me.
no, I get you.
The way
I
that
find
you do.
that like our lifestyle, because like we're both from Mexico.
Yeah.
And then we come from very poor backgrounds.
Right.
But like I find that we have all this luxury around us. We kind of get a little too comfortable with ourselves.
100.
Like we're sometimes I catch myself not being grateful enough for the things that I have. Like even now, like look at us. We have these microphones.
Right.
We're healthy. Like other people are like don't have these things, and it's just like we have to be more grateful. You know.
Yeah. I I'm so glad you brought that up, bro, because it's been a long time. Like at first, when I first came to this country, I remember there's one story, and I'll tell y'all really quickly. When I first got here, I came into the fifth grade and I had no English. Like I honestly didn't know how to speak English. I almost peed myself in the classroom because I honestly didn't know how to say I need to go to the restroom. So I told my mom, and my mom remembers this clearly, but I don't. I really honestly don't. She said that I told her in 6 months I'm gonna learn English no matter what, and I don't think I've done that like a speaking something out and actually going and doing it in a long time. And it's like now that you're saying it's like we've been here so long and we have all these nice things that we get comfortable. I think that might be it.
I definitely feel that, especially like now that we're coming of age, we're fully like we're getting accustomed to our grown ass bodies. You know, we're getting older.
Yeah.
And so I feel like we're coming to that age where we want like some sense of direction, like not only like jobs, but like we want to take that next step forward, but
Right.
we just like lack the idea or like we need like more people around us to show us. You know what I'm saying? Because the
Yeah.
people around us, like our family members, our friends, like, yeah, they're being more successful, but the path they're taking, we can't really take much from that.
Because we have a different path set out for
Definitely.
ourselves. That is true, bro. I like that. I honestly have never thought about it like that, but I really do like that. And it makes sense because, I mean, you're right. Like, the more comfortable you get with the things around you, it's like the easier you are on yourself almost.
I definitely can't wait for, like, when I have my own place. Like, when my parents left the house, because I still live with my parents right now.
Yeah.
When they left the house for, like, I think it was almost, like, half a month, I found myself being, like, super productive. I kept myself accountable. But once they got home, like, my mom cooks meals all the time. I got a little more comfortable.
Bro.
And so she tells me, too, sometimes, like, I feel bad because I feel like I spoil you guys too much. I understand what she's saying by that. So, like, I kind of, like, see, like, that finding your, like, not being scared of being alone.
Dude, honestly.
That, too.
Yeah. Yeah, because that is true. Whenever I'm alone in the house, bro, like, I feel like it's my responsibility to keep the house clean. And so it's like, even if it's not easy to get out the house, I'm thinking that that's going to have to be the next thing that I do in order to allow myself to grow into a much better person, a stronger person, the person that I want to actually be.
Yeah.
So that I can hold myself accountable for my own actions. Because I feel like, now that you're saying that, it's like, sometimes I do things and I try to put the blame on other people rather than just owning up to it and realizing that it was me the whole time.
It's taken me quite a while to like own up to my mistakes. Like before, like say like I was a senior in high school. Like I would make a mistake and I would immediately go on the defense mode and be like, no, this is why this happened. I would blame somebody else. And I feel like owning up to your actions, especially now, I still like catch myself not owning up to them. But like I think reflecting on it and realizing that you're not owning up is what, like, in order for you to learn, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, life is not easy.
No.
You know, and like not everybody.
But I mean, it's fun, you know.
Oh yeah, bro.
It's
I mean,
super fun.
it's a ride. You really got to see it like it's a ride. Like, and you can't do anything about it. Like you can't control the shit that's going on around you.
Of course not. Like Murphy's Law, you know, like anything, like the bad things that happen. Like it's taken me a while to like take bad things and turn them into a good thing. Because there's always gonna be bad things all the time. Like there's always gonna be an obstacle. You get past something, there's gonna be another wall behind that. So every single time, you gotta get used to all these obstacles, and then finding yourself like being able to overcome these obstacles. I feel like it gives you a sense of like direction, even though you might not have one at the time, but like as you like take little steps, say like you start from nothing, like you get a little job, get some money. I feel like sometimes people move a little too fast. You got to take one step at a time. Get this money real quick, get some savings, you know. I feel like people look too far in the future. I find myself doing that a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that is true. However, you are smart enough to realize that you're doing this stuff, and so you keep yourself accountable. You bring yourself back. Not everybody's fortunate enough to see that and understand that. I think we're at the Happy Life podcast, you guys. So it's like Angel was saying, I think something about oh man, I forgot what the fuck you said. To be
No
honest,
worries, dog.
I forgot what you said. But what I was gonna tell you is, like you said, life is full of mistakes, and life is full of walls that you have to, obstacles that you have to overcome. And what has really helped me grow as a person into a better person is you take the last hard thing that you did and you compare it to the next hard thing that you're about to do. So it's like not long ago, I got into a car accident. I had just bought the fucking car, bro.
That Civic you had?
The Civic.
Oh,
The
yeah, I
Civic
remember that.
had no insurance. And as a result of not having insurance, literally, guys, a week into buying the car, it was my first week driving the car because my previous car got crashed. And so a week into driving the car, I hit somebody, rear-ended somebody. They hit on the brakes really hard, and this was a 95 Civic with no type of traction control. So it's like I stepped on the brake and my wheels just locked up, rear-ended somebody. Scariest fucking
Don't
thing.
do that. Don't do that. Please have insurance. If you're driving a car, you have to have insurance.
100%. Yeah, and I like now being here and like living through that, like I can tell you, always.
But you learned, right? You learned from it.
Yeah. So then like not like, and I'm telling you, bro, like shit came back to back to back. The previous car got crashed. That car got crashed. Not long after that, I got a ticket for having no insurance. I had no idea that having a ticket for no insurance also resulted in you losing your license. So I lost my license.
Did you have to take driving school? No, right?
No.
That's more for like when you're like DOIs and stuff.
Yeah.
Or red lights.
They honestly didn't even offer like nothing. They just gave me the ticket. They just gave me the ticket for no license, and then my ticket never even came in the mail. So then I was driving around not realizing that I didn't have a license. So I got pulled over.
Oh, I think I remember. You told us that day.
Yeah, I got pulled over. Officers like, you don't have a license. So it's like back to back to back, bro.
How were you feeling throughout that time?
It was honestly fucking like breaking. It was a breaking point. It really was.
You were pretty distant with us.
It was a breaking point, bro. And I had to distance myself from you guys because I needed to figure out what the fuck was going on. Because my life was going smooth sailing before that. I had just got a new job. I got a pay raise.
At the mechanic?
I finished school at Toyota, exactly. I finished school. I left.
So you feel like you were making all the right choices.
Exactly. I was making all the right moves, getting some dough, getting better money than I was before. And then all of a sudden, life put me in check real quick. And you know, like you said, like now every single time that I have something difficult come up to me, I compare it to the time where I had shit come at me back to back to back to back. And for some reason, like everything else just seems smaller. And so I kind of used that. Like I used my past experiences on the bigger stuff that I've done to compare my smaller problems. And so I'm able to tackle smaller problems easier.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. My dad's real big on like experience. Like he finds that experience really teaches you a lot. Even if you mess up, like you could use that for your next project or your next venture or idea that you have. Like definitely, like my dad's like a Swiss. My mom calls him a Swiss Army man because he's a man of all trades.
He is.
So like I really want to take that away from my dad. Like finding the good in everything. You know, like say for example, all your tickets, finding like how mentally like you got through that and using that for other things, like say for the gym, you know, like you could also use that as fuel. I use a lot of like heartbreaks or rough times. I use that as fuel like when I'm in the gym, and that helps me a lot. Like definitely pumping in the gym gets my mind clear. So it's really nice.
Yo, you just talked about the man of all trades. The man that has brought you up to be
Big Pops.
the man that you are today.
No.
Big Pops. Can you run me through
I'll run you a little
memory lane, bro?
So my dad's the kind of guy where you look at him and you think like, that man he'll fuck you up. But once you get to know him, he laughs all the time, life of the party. He loves Legos. In the garage, he'd be playing with the Legos all night. No, but my man, he's like, without him, I don't think I'd be who I am today. Like if I just had my mom, I think I'd be very, like, I'd probably have a kid right now. I'd be very responsible. I'd still be in Mexico if it wasn't for him. He's the one who brought me here. He's taught me all my lessons. He still, to this day, like, keeps me in check. Not as much as before, because, you know, at his age, parents don't have the same hold on you as they do when you're younger.
And they shouldn't.
But I feel like the idea and his morals will always stay with me forever. like the father figure definitely in your life definitely teaches you a lot. It doesn't even have to be your dad. For my dad, it was like his cousins, because my dad's dad left him when he was little. So I feel like that's why my dad's very like always trying to be there for me. He never had that father figure in his life. He did, however, told me that he always had friends who were older, and so he learned from them a lot. So that's why I feel like you can't discount your friends, because they can teach you a lot. My mom says, like, when I was younger, like at 4, that's when she said she stopped holding on to or being the leader for me, and my friends started leading me. So my parents definitely, they show you the path, but then they can't hold your hand forever. They can just show you, but you have to walk through it, you know?
Bro, why do I have a knot in my fucking throat right now?
It's hard to talk about like your parents, you know? Sometimes, like, definitely, like a few years back, I was not able to open up to my dad. Like, I would get knots just talking to him. I'd be like, I could not speak to him. I would just more like embarrassed, because I always want to like make my dad proud. So I feel like I would embarrass myself when I would talk to him. But over the years, like, he's told me that no matter what, I'll always love you. Whatever you choose, as long as you're happy and you don't mess with other people's lives, I'm happy. So that kind of, like, and his effort, I think that's what counts a lot. Effort. Like, if you see a parent that's not giving an effort, you'll be like, whatever, screw you. Like, I don't care about you.
Yeah.
But if you see that effort, you feel a sense of like you feel comfortable, you know? Like a blanket coming over you, like they'll always be there for you, you know? And I feel bad. Like, a lot of people don't have like those father figures. Like, they have their dad, but they're not able to speak to them in a way like as a friend, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard.
When did you realize that you could talk to your father in the way that you do?
Mm-hmm.
And what took from you? Like, what were you going through in life when you decided, I need to talk to my parents. I need to be good with my parents before I'm good with anybody else?
Honestly, I don't think it was like one situation, but it was more like a moment. My bad.
You were talking behind the microphone.
There was I saw this movie, and his dad had like terminal cancer or something like that. And then that moment made me realize, if I don't talk to my dad right now, like, who knows? What if tomorrow he's not here? Even if I hate the fact that, like, we don't get along sometimes or we argue, I need to speak to this man, because one day he's not going to be here, and I'm going to regret even not having, like, even having those, like, arguments. Those help me grow as well.
Yeah.
So it's hard, like, sometimes speaking up to your parents, like, telling them how you feel, but you have to, because one day they're not going to be there for you. They're going to be gone. It's going to be, that's going to be it. So you have to step up. Like, even if your parents don't step up, as long as you did the effort, you can say that you did everything you could, you know? Yeah. So I feel like that, like, kind of like, I just kind of like flipped the switch. Like, I used to be very like closed. I would always wear my hoodie in the house. I would, like, at dinner.
Have headphones on.
Had headphones on.
I mean, like, every teenager does that.
Of course. I mean, it depends. Sometimes parents teach your kids to have good communication. I really, like, if I ever have kids, I want to, like, have them be able to speak to me, like, whenever, you know? I want them to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel comfortable, especially, like, you know, the breakup with my parents. Like, my mom was in Mexico, my dad was here, so it was kind of hard kind of speaking to them. Because I was like, I don't know, I'm in here.
Right, because you never had both of them at the same time.
So, like, definitely, like, having both parents would be, like, ideal. But that'd be, like, the best world, you know?
But sometimes somebody like your stepmom, which is a wonderful woman, can come in and make all the difference.
She definitely, like, my stepmom, like, Claudia, if you ever see this, you're the G. She stepped up to the plate, like when I first came here. Well, not came here. I was raised here. I went back to Mexico, and then I came back, and that's when I met Claudia, my dad's wife now. But she stepped up to the plate. Like, she's an amazing woman. She takes care of clients with disabilities, so she definitely knows how to handle or deal with people. And so she taught me quite a lot. She's taught my dad. She helped my dad communicate with us, because her job is communicating.
Yeah.
And so she's helped my dad a lot, and I'm very thankful for her. And then I've also been more communicative because of her. Like, without her, I don't think my dad and my brother and me would be as talkative with each other as we are. So I find that, like, other people can definitely come into your life and show you, like, I love her to death. Like, Claudia, like, you're forever. Yeah, man.
So yeah, I mean, sometimes, honestly, a complete stranger, because this woman was a complete stranger at one point, can step up to the plate and really teach you and show you things that
and I know I can count on her, and I hope she knows she can count on me whenever. I know sometimes I don't show it enough.
Yeah.
But she could definitely count on me if she ever needs help or if she never needs me to be there for her. So even if like the rest of my family's gone, say my whole family's gone and that she's all that's left, I'll always be there for her because she's family. You know, people who are there for you, they're family. And sometimes I feel like we push those away that treat us like family because we're scared. You know, scared to give yourself to somebody because heartbreak's real and it hurts. You know.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh no.
You just opened up a can of worms.
Don't do this to me. All right. All right.
All right. Heartbreaks.
Man, heartbreaks.
How many have you had?
Honestly, I think I've only had one.
One real tough one.
One real tough
the
one.
The one that counts, man. Boy.
But I mean, they've all been pretty great. But you know what I mean.
I know, bro.
But I definitely you can find another one. It's taken me quite a while to adjust, like, to my feelings, because I'm a very like emotional. A lot of people don't know it. I don't look like it.
He doesn't.
I'm a very like I attach to people. Like I love like the connection you find with others, and I feel like I fall for people too quickly sometimes. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like I need to take my time more, picking or not even picking, but just letting things happen. You know.
Yeah.
So, man.
If I can tell you one thing that I've learned from, because like you said, bro, I fall quick. Mm-hmm. I fall quick. The girls,
you falling pretty hard.
I fall pretty hard too. Nah, man. I honestly, my mind when jumping into a relationship is just give it your all, take as much from this person, but also give them as much as you possibly can. My thought process when I see a relationship coming to an end is I better leave this person better than I found them. So,
oh man, that's tough.
Leaving and usually when people think like this, they put up their wall because obviously, like, if you think that way, your first thought process is this boy's gonna get hurt. But the thing is that after each heartbreak, you can learn. You can learn a whole lot.
I definitely wouldn't be who I am today without all those heartbreaks.
Exactly.
And I feel like it also not like I know some people take heartbreaks and they're like, oh, screw the next person, screw everybody. But for me, it's like different. Like I feel like heartbreaks teach me to love harder in a way. Because like one moment you have this person, you talk to them, you're super comfortable, and you never know. The next moment something could happen and they're gone.
And they could just not be
there. They just not be there. So I feel like trying to spreading that love, no matter what, who it is, just spreading that love, you know? Like, because you never know when someone's going to be gone. Yeah. And you can't take things you say, like, it's hard taking things you say back. It's impossible. You can't take things you say. So, I mean, you might be thinking something, but the things you say is what affects people. And I find that it's taking me, I'm starting to learn how to control what I say more, because I'm very blunt sometimes, and I don't care. Like, I do care, but I just say it how it is sometimes, and people just they don't like that. And
not everybody can take that type of criticism.
I can't take it sometimes, but it's what needs to be done. You know, the truth is like a key for a relationship, and I find without truth, like you just can't sustain.
You can't.
No,
you can't. Not a lot of men talk about their heartbreaks because I don't know. Like
I feel like we get embarrassed like, as men. Like, you want to be like, oh, yeah, like, I slept with her. I slept with her. Like, yeah, I did that, bro. It's nothing major.
Yeah.
But deep down, you feel and got like, oh, man, she left me or whatever.
Yeah, bro. And it's like, you can't take those to heart and, like, go around and fuck everybody else over, you know? Because it just starts a chain reaction. It's like, somebody fucks you over. And if you decide that, hey, I'm going to go fuck with every person that I come up across, it's like they might not have had that same experience.
It might be their first too.
It might be their first.
It might be the worst, and then that's all they think about now.
Yeah, and so from there on out, now they're hurting people, and then those people are hurting people.
But I mean, you can't control everybody. There's always going to be people who like are going to screw you over. You're just going to have to take. You can't take it to heart when people screw you over.
Yeah.
It's also like you can't just blame yourself. Like I know I say like own up to your mistakes or own up for the things you go through to experience more, but sometimes people are just shitty and they just treat you, they don't care about you, so you kind of have to cut them off, let them go. If it's not working, just let it go, enjoy the moments you had, and just break it off.
And I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I don't think there is a single person out there that is shitty. I think that they've had shitty experiences. Shitty,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And they just haven't healed from those experiences. And it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could have been their parents leaving, you know. That has a lot, that breaks a lot of people down. Is you have to, if you have noticed a shitty person, it's not that they are shitty as people. It's just that they haven't had somebody teach them or show them what true love might look like. What true happiness might look like. And that's why I never worry about my heartbreaks, bro. If I go into something and I know that I'm gonna get heartbroken, I don't trip. I leave full, knowing that I did everything in my power to show this person that true love, that true genuine love exists. And so whenever I go into a relationship, I go full swing, bro. And
Dang, see, I've had a hard time like finding or giving myself.
I just let it.
I think ever since like my first girlfriend, I haven't thrown myself at somebody like with the full intent to love them. I think I'm just scared to be heartbroken again.
The heartbreak was hard.
Yeah, it was hard. Like,
it was hard.
And even though I was the one who split it off, like I still like ever since that first one.
Boy, I'm gonna cut you off.
What?
You have been telling people to just fucking do it this whole time.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you haven't done it. Let the heartbreak go, bro.
I did. I let it go. Like
no, you haven't.
I'm not with anyone right now. But I feel
Why?
like nobody's really caught my eye recently.
Yeah.
And honestly, my circle has gotten a lot smaller, and I'm not going out as much and meeting new people. So I find that's also like adding to it.
Well, you ain't meeting anything with what's coming around the corner.
Oh, what's coming around the corner?
Coronavirus.
Oh no!
Nah, I'm just kidding.
I wonder how it's gonna be like with the whole lockdown. You know, when do you think it's gonna happen?
I don't want to fucking talk about it.
Because gyms are still open.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna close down. Damn. I don't want to talk about it.
All right,
we're moving.
Moving on.
Boy, you need to let that heartbreak go. It's tough. Yeah. It's honestly really tough. I think my first heartbreak was like 15.
Mine was 18, I think.
Dang, that's an old one.
Yeah,
that's an old one.
My dad kind of kept me young. He kept me from growing up. I'm thankful for that because a lot of people grow up super quick.
Dude, especially right now.
Especially now. Yeah, my little brother, he grew up super fast. But my dad definitely, like, remember that one time we hung out and we're just walking down the street? I forgot to text my dad. He comes zooming up and down the streets looking for me.
Yeah.
And then you see him roll up with his glasses. Get in the car. I'm
Bro.
like, I'll see you later, guys.
I dead ass. Yo, and I think we were like almost 17 at the time.
Yeah, and he was still like on my ass.
Bro.
I think also because like I was the only one to come over to live with him. And so he just had me, so he felt like the need to like
to keep you safe. Keep you safe. Yeah, keep you safe.
Because definitely like it's easy to fall into the wrong path, and my dad knows that because he's been through a lot. Like when he was younger, he left my mom when he was like I think like 12, and he went to the beach. His mom to Acapulco. And he left with his friends all by himself. And I was like, damn, Dad. Like, I think 12. I think I was like, I didn't know what the hell was going on at 12.
It's young. Yeah,
yeah.
Exactly.
And my dad was out there, like, just like full swing, like taking on the world.
Went on to a whole different fucking state.
Yeah. I think also because his dad left him. So, you know how my dad, he definitely taught me. But since he didn't have a like dominant figure in the house, he kind of like just wilding out, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure that has a lot to do with the person that he is now. But yeah, man. So, anyways, heartbreaks are tough. You got to move past them.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of them. Honestly, like, yes, they're scary. Yes, they hurt. But like I've told you before, this is life.
Yeah. I've been using this quote a lot. Like, better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all.
Can you say that one more time?
Better to have loved and lost than to have not loved at all.
I like that.
You know? I've been using that a lot. Like, not like saying it, but like using that like as a mentality. Like, better to have giving something than to not have had it all at all, you know?
Yeah, because when people nowadays, they don't give in to something unless they get something in return.
So I want to like from now on, like I want to give my love to people and not expect anything in return. If they don't appreciate it, that's fine. At least they had my love and they saw what it was about.
100%, bro. That's exactly what I'm telling you. You always got to do that for people. Not everybody does it nowadays. No,
Yeah.
like
People are very closed off now, especially
few.
like since we're on our phones a lot. We're like always caught up in things.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't have the time, or like we don't have those sit downs with people as we used to.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we really need to just, as an entire race, we need to find that human connection again. So
I feel like this outbreak is gonna bring us all together.
I definitely feel so as well. Yeah, like,
But you never know. Sometimes nations go to war over that, so you never know what could happen.
yeah,
But fingers crossed, nothing like that happens.
bro. I mean, honestly, I don't even know. All I know is, as humans, we no longer have the human connection that we once had.
But who knows? What if we're doing it in a different way? We can't just stay say the old ways. We also have to find new ways of experiencing connections too.
Yeah,
Because times are changing.
yeah,
Technology is getting faster, more intrusive. You know, it's on our watch,
it's on our phones,
everywhere,
in our pockets,
your
in our
Amazon,
cars,
Alexa.
everything.
So we have to find a balance. You know, we can't just revert to the old ways. We have to find a balance with the new.
That is true. That is definitely true. People can get closed off very easily to the old stuff, to old ways of doing things.
I hope I never find myself closing off to the world like that.
I think that everybody will at one point.
At one point for sure, but I hope it's not sooner than later. You know.
I think I'd rather have it happen now, and it did actually.
Really?
And I'll give you a really small example: TikTok.
Oh,
When TikTok came out, I was like, "This is a little kid application. I'm never
But now you see it
downloading.
blowing up
I'm
and all
never
that.
downloading this shit. This is so dumb. I don't ever want to dance with TikTok. You guys,
Hey, don't judge me, but I made a couple TikToks.
Oh, bro, I can renegade like a motherfucker. Nah, just kidding. I can't renegade. No, when TikTok came out, I really I saw it as a little kid application, and now I see a lot of Facebook posts, a lot of tweets, a lot of tweets, a lot of Instagram posts of older people, 30, 29-year-olds, 34-year-olds posting, sometimes even people our age, 22, 23-year-olds that are saying TikTok is for children. And I can definitely say that I found myself in that category. But think about it like this. When Instagram first came out, we couldn't have been more than 12 years old. So this application that kids are getting now, which is TikTok, is their Instagram. And we've had Instagram for 10 years. I don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure. But it's definitely been a long time.
Yeah.
And so when Instagram came out, and this is the way that I thought to myself, this is the way that I explained it to myself so that I can understand that TikTok was their way. It wasn't new school, and I needed to find a way to accept it. When Instagram came out, the older people that were on Facebook at the time were saying the same thing that we're saying about TikTok now.
But it's
Instagram
always
is
going to
for
happen.
kids.
Like when the newspaper came out, people were saying, "Oh, people are always all down on their newspapers."
Yeah.
And when the internet came out, people are always on their emails.
Right. So it's
Facebook came out, then Instagram. It's always going to be something new.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a small example of me hanging on to old ways. And luckily for me, I was able to.
You realize that.
I realized
it takes a lot, sometimes for people to realize that, my time's up. I'm no longer the same person I was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so it takes a lot to find or to evolve, That's why it's harder for companies, I think, to evolve because they're stuck in that. Or I don't want to say stuck, but they're so used to that old way. That's why I feel like the younger generation, like us, we find a harder time relating to these companies or these jobs because they have an older mindset.
They do have an older mindset.
And so, we want something new. We want something that's ours, I feel like that's why we fight a lot with the older generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not so much that the older generation is bad. I think
they're freaking awesome.
Yeah, they're
left
awesome.
quite a lot for us. But, they left quite a lot for us to fix, but they left a lot of amazing things too.
Right. Yeah. I think that their perspective is different. They don't have that same perspective that we have right now to where it's we're open to new things. We're at least more open to new things. Have you been to San Francisco lately?
Not lately. I did a few years back with my parents, but
Okay. Did you get to experience downtown at all?
probably not. I went to like what is it, the wharf where you have clam chowder.
Oh, okay.
Pier,
I think it's like Pier 9 or Pier 29, 19,
I forgot what
39.
Fisherman's Wharf. There we go.
Yeah.
That's where I went.
Anywho, downtown, bro. I took a stroll through downtown in February, so a few months back. And downtown, the majority of downtown, it's literally people our age in suits with backpacks, bikes, laptops. It is weird. It is weird, but because like this generation of 20 to 25-year-olds is running downtown San Francisco. Dude, I couldn't look left or right without seeing a young person. And that like these people were in business suits. Like you could tell that they really were doing something, you know? And it's like, to me, it's amazing just the fact that young people are now running businesses. You know, you were talking about people running businesses old school. And that's why I'm bringing this up. San Francisco is ran majorly by very young people. And it's cool to me. Because I know... It
sucks though, it's so expensive up there.
It does suck.
Yeah, but it'd be awesome to live up there, but...
I think that also pushes them, though, to do something bigger with their life.
I find that a lot. Like, if it's something's hard, I feel like you push harder to be better than what's harder. So I feel like a lot of times... the obstacles that we overcome, like also kind of help us be better. Like if we weren't for all these, I wouldn't be who I am today, you know?
Most definitely. Yeah. And then like moving on to the younger generation that's coming up behind us, dude, they are far, far more ahead than we were when it was our time.
My brother,
to shine.
definitely. I see it already with my brother. He's only 4 years younger than me, but man, he's at a different like stage in his life that it took me a while to get.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like he's already at that level where like I feel like intellectually where I wanted to be when I was younger.
Well, that intellectual level that we experienced not long ago, they're experiencing now.
Yeah. It kind of sucks too because I feel like they kind of like feel like they're growing they're like growing too fast. Yeah. That's why I'm thankful for my dad. Like he didn't let me grow up too fast.
Yeah.
But it's hard. Like my little brother, I feel like he doesn't show it, but I can see that like he's struggling a little bit because he sees all the stuff he needs to do. Like he's very capable, but I feel like it's coming at him a little too fast.
It's overwhelming. Yeah, it's overwhelming. Yeah,
but definitely. I mean, sometimes people can't catch a break. You know, sometimes it's even younger. You have to grow up quickly. Like that's how my dad was. My mom too. Like she had to take care of my uncles because my grandma left.
Yikes.
My grandpa. Because he was abusive and all that.
Yeah.
And so my mom, she was the oldest. So while my grandma worked, she kind of took care of all her. It was like 4 or 5 of them.
That's tough.
So sometimes you have to grow up quickly, and you get the cards dealt. So you just have to deal with that.
Yeah, you have to work with what you're given. However, though, I feel like now they're growing up quicker because of the internet.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not going to knock the internet because we all love the internet. We all need the internet. But it also opens you up to a lot of things.
A lot of ideas. Like intense ideas.
And it could be good or bad ideas because the internet is wide, disgusting, beautiful. It's all of the above.
It's all of it.
I mean, you guys are watching us right now through the internet.
Through the internet. Like,
which is like, it's amazing. But for the younger generation, in my opinion, I feel like that's what's made them grow up so quickly.
I feel like that's where the divide's going to be because they've been with like internet their whole lives. Yeah. And that's all they're used to. And I feel like we kind of midway. We got it like midway, you know? Yep. So what they're going to experience in the future, we're not going to be able to evolve into it, you know? Because they're going to have something even more than like TikTok. Something even more intense. Like they're gonna make something for the younger generation.
Right. So they're gonna invent what might be a perfect virtual reality where you just like.
I can't wait, man.
You put on the headset. You sleep with the headset, and
but that's gonna be like creepy. Like people get lost in it.
Oh yeah.
People already get lost in the internet already.
Yeah.
Like imagine how much immersive it's gonna be.
Yeah. It's not gonna be. You're not gonna be able to distinguish the difference between your real life and your virtual life. But that's a bridge that they're gonna cross when they get there. Right now, we have different cards dealt.
Yeah.
And my last and final topic for you, I forgot it.
No worries.
Nah, man. It's been a pleasure, bro. I'm honestly so glad.
No, I'm so honored you brought me on. Like I need to go look back at all the other podcasts. You said I'm overhyped, so I'll definitely give those a watch.
I think
you guys should too.
I think that this was definitely. It's gone so fast, bro. It's 40 minutes already.
Oh my god.
It's 40 minutes.
This is nice.
Yeah.
I like having conversations.
I know, like yeah, bro. I love talking to people. It's so easy. But because we are at 40 minutes, you guys, and I can't remember my next topic, I'm just gonna ask y'all to give me a big thumbs up on this video if you guys haven't already. And we're gonna close the podcast off right here.
It was nice seeing you guys. Go subscribe my guy Chino. He's been a pleasure.
Hey man. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Love you, brother.
I love you too, man.